morning everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today is 7th of July, 7:46 a.m. Just woke up early so I can catch the open of new daily Sydney time. So let's just walk through the pairs and just give you my opinion of what the entries I would take. So USD JPY, it looks like yesterday USD had a bad day. So we have a strong, clearly after a few days of inactivity, we have a strong candle. So my entry would be right here, the open today, with the stop loss behind yesterday's, and we go for a 1-2-1. Just gonna put my name here since and my strategy here since monitoring two other strategy. The team's strategy, we gotta go down to 5 minutes, see if there's anything here. So we had this downtrend, bounce, good entry would have been here, but well, I was asleep, didn't really work, so break off this structure to the downside. For now, doesn't have a form, so unless it breaks this low and starts making lower low, we don't have a case for team's strategy. And from the hedging perspective, we could take a sell here, or we could have yesterday, but it's too risky since this level is only supported recently. There is nothing further back signifies or validates its existence. Next, USD CAD. Similarly, we are in a hedge position now, so we sold here. And yesterday, if you can see this a little bit clear, so this is team's strategy. Already hit the stop loss, and so yesterday it closed into the hedge, and now we got both positions open, a sell and a buy. So the stop loss is fixed, same lot size. And if the price comes back down here, we're gonna close the sell and let the buy run or bounce up. In terms of my strategy, strong candle, very simple. Entry here, stop loss below the candle, and we go for a 1-to-1 risk reward. This one, USD CHF, still nothing. Even though it's come back down, it wouldn't have previously hit my stop loss since I entered on this candle. I entered after close of this candle. My stop loss would have been here. It wouldn't have hit, but you can see once it goes against you, it's just too risky to stay. It's just best to close break even and move on. There are so many pairs, 28 pairs. Right. Nothing here though. I'm not selling this because this looks like it's going up, and there's just too much. It's too crowded. Anything can happen when it's too crowded. No one can make a clear judgment, and everyone can have an opinion. It can be completely two-sided. USD-CHF, yeah, this one I closed yesterday. Last night in the US Open. So what happened was I entered after the close of this candle. It went in my direction, came back, and I was like, yeah, it's probably gonna continue back down to here. So I waited for yesterday's open and waited all the way till I think US session or London session. We pushed it back up into my break even and I closed it. That's one of the rules. This way I get more break evens than I get losses, which is good. And no entry for today, because if we sell this, we'll be selling it into this resistance area where bad things can happen. AUD New Zealand, still moving very slowly though. Most likely it's gonna bounce around this area maybe, but unless it moves against me, I have nothing to do. with it. Just leave it be. These two first already, yeah, already taken profit. Just waiting for this one. No new entries, no new strong candles. AUD CAD. Okay, so we've hit big profit and there is no new entries for me. This is hedged as well because it didn't bounce down here. Let's jump down to 5 minutes, see if there is anything with Tim's strategy. So we zoom out. Needs to break this high if there's entry. Either that or come and break this low for continuation. I just have to wait and see. Nothing yet. The daily UD USD. Okay, so that's first one I had break even, second one win. This is also a strong candle. I can enter here pending order. It's already kind of it is open lower and come back up. Can enter pending order here. But if I do that, my take profit stop loss goes here. My take profit would be here into the zone. One thing about price is you never know exactly where it's gonna bounce. Just because it's bounced here before doesn't mean it's gonna come all the way down there to bounce. This might already be the bounce, and next one might be up. So it's too risky, always too risky to enter into the direction of support resistance zone. We skip this. New Zealand CAD. Okay, this is nice. Third position closed. The wick rejection is not nice. Let's see if we can. There's definitely a space for a push. We do have a space for a push. Now, this is where intuition comes from, which I don't have it yet because I haven't experienced enough with this strategy. But I've taken 3 winners, and yeah, this one might go for it. But I've seen many cases where it just comes nearer and just drops. So it's way too two-sided right now. So we want something, we want to enter where there's an edge, or at least we think there's an edge. And I don't really think there's an edge at the moment. Leave this be. I can just monitor it for now. New Zealand CHF. Ooh, okay. This one is a loss, clearly. Paused here could have been a sign, but you never know. Sometimes after these indecisions, just continues up. And that's what I mean, not to buy into the level, because sometimes price doesn't even bother getting to the level and it drops right before. These trades were good, and this is a one loss. And this is a very strong candle. Like a momentum is reversed. Nope, wrong tool. So I put a sell here for today, and I'm not gonna put a stop loss here. The candle's way too big compared to the previous candles. If there is a pullback, it'll most likely be lower than the body. So I would put maybe just above these wicks with this bullish close, and see if we can get a push. Yeah, just barely, just fine. So we leave this be. So new entry for today. Hopefully it just drops. Euro USD, same situation. Also just New Zealand USD, same situation. Easy entry. This one already took profit here. Now if we go with Team's strategy, I should have entered up there. We go down to 5 minutes. Seems like Team's strategy doesn't really align with my living time in Sydney. So the strategy is a big, strong push, strong trend, pushing into a resistance zone, and then you go bam, have a break of a previous structure and sell for a bounce. You get a confluence of break of this trend, so a trend reversal on top of bounce of a resistance zone. So this would have been a good entry. That would have been not really suitable for me. And it's kind of gone now. I can't even tell what this is. 5 minutes tricky. New Zealand JPY. Okay. So I also closed this yesterday, break even. Same principle. Yesterday, the day before, price closed against me. Yesterday I waited it for a push. I put a alert. I'm not that fussy, so you can see there is a wick, but it doesn't reach exactly to my entry. As long as it's between a few pips, less than 5 pips, let's say. So if I'm risking $100, I'm making $100, and 5 pips. So this is about the 80 pips can be sometimes 100 pips. So $1 per pip, 5 pip would be $5. I don't really care for it that much. It's better than losing the entire amount. So yeah. So yesterday I entered on this green one. 3 days ago, entered on the after the close of the green one. 2 days ago, closed against me, and yesterday came back near my entry. I set an alert, came back, and I closed at break even. So this trade is closed break even. This trade we enter. Just gonna, it's narrow. Okay. This trade strong candle, very simple. Candle's large, so I'm not gonna try to capture the wick. It's just you need to think reasonably and with probabilities. What is the likelihood of price moving all the way down here without bouncing? Not much. What is the likelihood of price going only this much? More likely. And that's where you decide your stop loss. Now I would never put it lower than halfway because just the candles can generate quite a long wicks. So if it wicks up, and if my stop loss halfway, it will stop me out before going to profit. And that's just gonna be hurtful. Euro. Okay. So that one, yeah, I closed that break even previously. I didn't enter on this one because we would be entering into the resistance zone, the support zone, whatever you call it. I think Teams method might have something here for us. All right, we come down here, broken up. Good entry would have been here, but this is an insight. Today I'm gonna put an alert here. If it comes out break above this, it means it's starting a micro uptrend with this high potentially. So if it hits a close, it'll go by. It seems to be in accordance with Teams method. All right, your CHF. Okay, it's broken below the level. But the candle is not very strong. You can see it's tiny body, giant wicks. So far, it's just pulling a little bit deeper before going up. And it did bounce here, but no follow through. Now we're in a hedge position again. Hedging doesn't seem very good. But one thing I've learned trading live, well, haven't traded much with real money. I've only traded about $2,000 with real money, which I've lost. But having traded live for the past 6 months or 8 months or so, and a lot of backtesting, is that the longer you stay inside a position, the more things can go wrong because you can never predict what happens in the market. So best entries are small entries, small gains, and then you can come back the next day or the next time. Nothing here. Euro pound, nothing here. Might have something for so it looks like it's reacted to this level. And if we go down a notch, Europe JPY, we can see it's already moved up. That's what I mean basically. With the Teams method, you get this downtrend and then comes back up, break the previous structure. So under none of these times the structure broke. You can just use the swing indicator. Makes it easier to see. Breaks above the previous structure, and you can just buy there. Stop loss goes where the push came from, and then just wait for the. But I was asleep here. This is New York time. Doesn't work for me. Yeah, was one thing also I've realized. I've done 5 minutes before. I've realized that short-term trading doesn't really work for me because USD opens 10, 11 p.m. in my time, and I don't want to stay up till like 3, destroy my health, just to make a little money or a big money, whatever. I can do that on a daily charts, hopefully. I don't have to stop. All right, this one we entered on this sell and closed halfway. I didn't expect a week come down all the way to my break even. This doesn't happen that often. Yeah. Otherwise I would have waited for a break even close. But I didn't. So it's closed halfway. So like $50 loss out of 100. So a strong candle again, and we go for a buy. Kind of too long, so we don't really need to go all the way. Just make sure it's at least into the zone, maybe near these wicks. Let's see if we get 121. Yes, we get 121. All right, see what happens with this one. This was also mine. Let's see. Oh, that's just teams. No more. All right, that's exactly why I label these things. Put that there. Euro USD. What are we looking at here? Okay, already closes also yesterday. Break even. You can see this big wick. So move, entered buy, closed against me in the red. Waited for a week, came back, and I closed the break even. And this one here was teams. Do we enter here? Yes, we do. Why not? So we do a buy. So this is a clearly strong candle. Just below it here. And one here. That's achievable, right? Might come push a week up to this before falling. Seems like it's done multiple times. Seems achievable. You're in New Zealand. Okay, so we are in this trend and we're not gonna stay in it, obviously. So we close right here. It's like 75% loss. Now, I haven't experienced with waiting for a week. Sometimes there is a week, sometimes there is not much of a week. If this has a giant week down, we could have closed break even. But the question is, are you really gonna wait for that small possibility? No, it's all about probabilities. Yeah, it is more likely for these to smash above without coming down, since it's already gone this much. We close this here, technically here. Now, do we enter a buy? If we enter a buy or take profit, we get into this zone, which I'm not really sure can go into it. We don't want to buy or sell into the zones, so stay away from this one for now. Euro CAD. This is unfortunate. I already closed that. I need to turn it around against me, which is fine. It's closed break even, no issues. Now this is good because this is strong candle and we don't need to go all the way, just below these wicks should be fine. So this will be our entry and we just see how it goes. It does have the potential to reach up here, so we're not into any zone just before it, which is good. Pound JPY, nothing I can see. The UD, ooh, I'm glad I closed this even yesterday. So I entered on this bearish one for a move down. It moved near my take profit and went back. I don't really have a rule for taking profit early. We'll see about that sometime future if there is a occurrence too much like this. I mean, I could have taken profit there at 80%. Anyway, so the day before yesterday, we went in red, And I waited yesterday for the week to come back because it's close to my entry, so I can afford to potentially wait for a break even. So that's what happens. Now this is gone, and I think it's gonna continue with this momentum. So we just leave it like this. This is a good entry. Stop loss is also good all the way down here. If it pushes back down here, then probably not gonna go up. Not hedged yet. So entries here might still go. You can see two strategies, two opposing principles, and on USD, we're already in one trade. We just stay, see what happened. Ooh, just really missed yeah, hasn't really reached up there. This might take profit by a bit. We'll see how it goes. No new entries here. CAD. Oh, nice. Okay, two winners, and we're gonna follow this up by another entry. Strong candle. Maybe a little bit lower, below the level, a little bit higher. 1 to 1, and just track it. All right, two winners here, and hopefully wait for the next one. Pound, CHF, nothing here. Hasn't really closed into the red for me to close break even, so it still has a chance of going up. Seems to be rejected here. I did buy into a zone. Why did I do that? That's a bad idea. Alright, let's close this break even. It's all about minimizing risk. And that one I already closed break even yesterday. Closed against me, came back with a wick and closed break even, which good thing I did. And this one here, we do 1 to 1. Just blow this level, maybe a little bit lower. Doesn't have to be that. Alright, CAD CHF. Oh, wow. Okay. Now this is a good entry for me as well. And go a little bit higher, just the level, and down here. See how it goes. Put a label on it. I know I'm tracking. Now for the hedging strategy, I need to wait for his comeback, retest, and drop. So break it, retest. Nothing yet. Okay, JPY, simple again with another entry, and quickly CHF JPY, nothing here. On Nasdaq and US 30 from yesterday, I did go to some trades. Let's see how it turned out. Okay, so yesterday US Open broke the support resistance level. So mark this in a box. This and actually the one up here. Anyway, broke right below here, and I entered for a sell. Did pretty well. I think Tim's method works really well on the indices, especially US Open, because the large volume is traded and the direction usually changes or strong continuation happens during that time. So Tim's method is pretty good. Yeah, same thing here, same winner. And it went way more. I mean, I did 1, 2, 3, but it went way more. This is just simply break off previous structure and just sell. But it has to be US Open because these things are not traded that much beforehand. Anyway, so the two winners here with Tim's method. I don't really do my own strategy here. It doesn't apply. My strategy is only for daily. Tim's method seems to be doing really good for the indices, not so good for the pairs. There's so many trades and other times, but here most momentum is in US Open, which is I suppose the king of this strategy. All right, thank you guys for listening. If you enjoy, subscribe. Any comments, put it down below, and I'll see how I can improve these videos. Cheers.